Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Sergeant Alex here, and as you can see behind me, we have the pretty much the little hopper minecart system. A hopper, the chest minecart system. Basically, whenever a cart gets sent up here, and if I didn't rip that one apart, it would continue up, and redstone that's not actually present here would pop down, would organize it all. But I noticed one problem after I did the Realmcraft video when I was trying to build it on Knights of the Square Table, my other survival series that I have yet to actually give that name, I believe. And I'll go back and fix that. And that is in the natural quote-unquote state for Rails. Um, there's going to be two ways it goes because I'll use this as an example. Let's make a plus sign. No matter what, these two rails are always going to connect. Never mind these two. And if I present the same options here, if I go over here, we get the same outcome no matter what. So when it comes to placing rails down naturally, there's going to be one way they always want to go depending on the whole north, south, east, and west. The easiest way to figure it out is just to make the plus sign and place one down, and that'll tell you. Or say you're only going in three directions, like I'm not going to have a rail here going that way. So let's place it here, and poof, that's the way the rail's always going to want to go in that situation. It does have to go do the whole XYZ, and I was originally going to plan it out like, okay, this is double positive, that's positive negative, and all that stuff, but I kind of just figured out the best solution instead of trying to figure out, okay, if I walk this way and go this way, rail's going to curve that way. No, I just set it up in the whole natural area, and as you can see, I already figured out on this half, and I figured out that the rails are going to go two ways depending on which way you're coming from. In this scenario, where that's the track that feeds in, these rails don't naturally point this way; they point that way. So we had to reverse the redstone signal, so they unnaturally curve that way, and then the redstone will turn off and they'll go their natural direction. Over here, it's the exact opposite. This is the natural direction, so when it gets full, we just need to flip, and everything will be happy. And I have the exact same situation here: natural, unnatural, and pretty much when we send a minecart, it's going to go in the first one. Oh, if I click on the right block, this one's going to go in the second one, and then we have third and fourth, and everybody here is on now. And little redstone lamp, and the whole idea is you can walk up now from your long strip mining event, break a chest or open one, grab all the items in there, and then you can sort them, put them in your smelter, and everything that goes with that. So for this video, we're going to actually continue this along this way. Kind of finish the system. I had to redo some of the redstone because I didn't like it, and I found out trying to reverse the redstone signal, it's prevents well, not prevents, provides an issue trying to get that redstone torch. And I was actually able to take the system itself, make it a little bit more compact and easier to understand, and we'll get onto that in a minute. I'm just popping in our power rails now. It's going to be easier to do it now than later. Don't mind the noise if you do hear it. Seems trash collection is coming along. We'll just leave that empty. So pretty much wherever powered rails you think would go nicely. For me, it's I like having them right before the system, so it's right before the turn, and then once it makes the turn, I found out it just needs a little extra push to get in there. So I have the powered rails there present. So pretty much each system is going to need two, and that's more than enough power to get it to go full circle. I just want to make sure that I'm not going to have lose one about halfway through the system because well, for this one it's easy to walk by, but here, not so much. Unfortunately, on Bedrock, I don't think we have the crouch mechanic that they've been talking about. Let's test that out, actually. No. Nope. So, we got everything there. Let's get rid of that. I'm going to put the mine chest over here. So, before we go any further, let's take a look at the basic outline of everything. Pretty much you have a two wide section no matter what, and then every so often whenever you're coming in, you have a little two long section popping out. So in the first layer is just the glass, the little hole to enter, and a redstone lamp. I made these short as possible for video purposes. And right here is going to be the little channel that the minecart's falling. A little glowstone in the center to make it look pretty. Because you do need that line of glowstone just to split everything up. Gives you room, and most importantly, when you get to the tripwire hooks, you actually need a 3 wide section to set those guys up. We're going to go around and do those now. And for now, I'm doing all the systems at the same time. When we get to the other systems, the differences, I'll work on one and then work on the other. So we are going to pop here, get our tripwire hooks in. Boop, 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 boop. And the one thing that I am happy about is pretty much each system is independent of itself. So we're not going to have any overwrapping redstone like we did in the first video. I was able to solve that. Now, for the easiness on this video, we're going to do the natural curve first. Actually, I'm going to hold on to the tripwire hook just in case. So, be easier to show the difference. So, pretty much the second one on both these systems is going to be in the not full state. So that's why I was like, wait, why is the redstone on? That's probably why. Okay, so here we have the natural curve. So this is the way the rail actually wants to go. That's what over here is where we're going to be building it. And pretty much we're going to take the redstone signal, come around the corner, and I found this out yesterday. I haven't tried it out on a few updates. Half slabs now carry a redstone signal. So if you're like me and did not know that about the about Bedrock, because it didn't used to be the case, well, it's a thing now. So we're going to place right on top of our tripwire hook line there, and we're going to come up a diagonal here. And don't mind this redstone, I put it here just to make sure nothing interfered, so that would be a third module. I just noticed that out of the corner of my eye myself. And we're going to come here and we're going to create a little T shape, connect it all up, get rid of that center block. Outside of that block, redstone repeater. No tick delay or anything like that. We just needed to power a block for us, and we're going to drag this line all the way up to that redstone lamp. And then, actually, for these two, just because for appearance purposes, I made those out of half slabs. So we're going to come off here and create that plus sign, and then run the signal right there. And that's pretty much it. I am on a corner here, so everything's going to butt up against itself, but pretty much it's not going to interfere with or anything. And if we come here, you should be able to fill. Oh, well, that one had to get filled up again. So he got the one missing cart, and it should go straight into there. We get a little blink for indication. That guy's maxed out now. Redstone lamp's on. And when we come over and say we only take one chest is going to break. It takes a second to update. And I did not test this entire system spamming everything. I'm going to say that right now. Unless you're the world's super fastest strip miner, I don't think there's going to be any issues. Pretty much you're just going to strip mine, fill your inventory, come back, fill one of these guys up, and send it on its way, and then go down another mine. So for the natural curve piece, we're going to do that again. We're going to create our plus sign, 2 blocks right there, block right on top of that string, and then we're going to make a half slab L. And those 2 half slabs aren't important. You can make them out of solid blocks. This one is important. You need the signal to carry. Get rid of that block in the plus sign. Repeater pointing into the rails. And then redstone all the way up to the lamp. And then snake it down. And if I pop a cart in here, yep, it goes off. And poof. As you see, as long as something's holding down the tripwire hook, that this will go this way. And if you run into the issue, I've run into it a couple times, when you get rid of all the minecarts, the tripwire hook's still staying broken. That's easy. You actually don't even have to get out of the machine, break into the machine to do it. I'm just going to pretend this is broken. The tripwire is still active. You just walk in here, pop that, turn around, and click on the redstone lamp, and that'll connect everything up. So that is pretty much the only little debugging situation I've had to worry about. And now for the unnatural curve. I'm going to build these two at the same time because it's pretty much the same exact circuit. Get the plus sign there, get a plus sign there, on top, pop that out, and then we're gonna, actually I don't need to, I just need to build that over, on top we need the solid block, then we can get rid of the half slab down below, as little few blocks as possible. Redstone up and down. Redstone up and down. 2 redstone dust here and here. Again, repeater running into that block, so the rail will flip. And then the trick is pretty much in the middle of this, we're just going to have a redstone torch that inverts the entire signal. That's literally the only difference. So if it's backwards and you have if you have a block holding down a tripwire, if you have this system and the rails backwards, simply pop those 2 dust off, block there, get rid of 2 half slabs, redstone torch, and it should flip back normal. And that's pretty much it. Doesn't matter which direction, you're going to have a natural curve or unnatural curve. Again, to test that out, we'll go off of this area. We're going to come this way and continue on this way. And then here's one of our offshoots. Here's the other. Place the curve in last, wherever it's going to turn. So that way you always know that's going to be a unnatural for facing this way. If you remember, I said those were natural, so we make our little plus sign. Poof, natural curve. And if this entire system was flipped, like if I was coming this way, well, this just became an unnatural curve, natural curve, and those became an unnatural curve. So you just have to build this unit onto here. So it's just going to vary on which direction you're coming from and which way the entire system's facing. You just have those 2 machines to pick from. And that's pretty much it. And let's just test the entire system. We're missing one chest there, I believe. That's full, so we have to fill those 3 cells up completely. So let's just do a nice little quick. Actually, let's break a few more and test the entire system. So we'll get 3 out of there, 1 out of there. So 2, 1, 3, 1. Then that one's full, and then all these need to get filled up. So we'll test that, and pretty much you'll know it's working if you see the whole system blink, because to get in the system, it's going to activate the tripwire hook, which is why I did not do spamming. And that one's full. 1, 2 more should fill that guy up. Yep. And then you need 1. So, and yep, you're full. Can we see your lights go off? Yep, you're going off next. And again, this is the fastest I've really ever tested the machine, which it seems to be able to handle up as long as you don't spam a bunch in there. You shouldn't have a problem. Just give plenty of space and time in between. Again, this whole idea is for wherever your base is for your strip mine to connect up to. Why did you not activate? Oh, because I missed that redstone dust. So that's why you didn't activate. I kind of like the redstone light as a little indicator. Okay, and this one should fall right off. No, you're the last one, so you will fall right off the edge here. So that's pretty much going to be it. If oh, there we go. If you enjoyed the video, this idea, do hit the like button. Comment what you thought down below. I always have more content on the way. If you have any ideas, questions, comments, complaints, concerns, that sort, make sure that's in the comments too. I do love reading them, and I will answer them the best I can. I do want to thank Exumavoid, I believe, on a Hermitcraft server, because this is where he did the original idea. I just kind of expanded off of it, broke it down into Redstone that would work on Bedrock. If you're from Java and new to Bedrock, or vice versa, Redstone doesn't work over here like it does over there. It doesn't like us. We don't have some weird little bug that the developers intentionally put. We have to figure things out the other way. For example, we don't have zero tick or TNT duping. So that's pretty much it. So like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. Until next time, Sergeant Alex, and I hope you have a nice day. Bye.